What's going on, guys? It's about that time. I'm getting ready to head into the woods to start the challenge, start the adventure. Yeah, I've got everything together. Um, Everything's packed up here. All my equipment, my water, my medicine, everything's in there, ready to go. I saved one last thing to do before we actually started. I made my selection. My two things. I'm gonna be taking a tarp because I figured would be able to use that as a dry source, But the last thing I'm gonna be doing is I know I need some kind of blade, whether it be a knife or an axe or a machete. I've got a few laid out here that I've narrowed it down to, and I'm gonna pick one out, and that'll be it. That's all there's left to do. We'll be able to start as soon as I pick this out. So I'll show you guys here what I've narrowed it down to, what I want to pick from. So right here is what I've narrowed it down to. I've got a couple axes, a couple machetes, and a knife. So I'll start at this end. This is what's called a kukri blade, I believe. I don't know. I like it. It's a good size. It's got a good chopping ability. I'd be able to cut down some small trees and branches. The next one is this knife. This is my everyday carrying knife. I don't know. I just like the way it feels. I use it for anything and everything. Next one is I don't know what you'd call this. It's an axe, but it's very heavy duty. It's almost like a throwing axe. It's got that on that end, kind of like a breaker bar on that end. But I could use this side to stab with, and this side, like I said, it's like a throwing axe, but it's so heavy duty that I could cut down a tree with this, no problem. Next one is this axe. Now this is a throwing axe, but it could be used for some smaller chopping and cutting up firewood, stuff like that. And then last, we got this machete, but it's also got these serrated teeth, pretty much like a saw on the back side of it. So I'd be able to use that to saw down trees. It's got that on the back of the handle. I don't know if I'd necessarily need that much, but I feel like this would be one of the better selections because I'd be able to, like I said, saw down a tree, and then I could use it for chopping and swinging stuff as well, clearing an area out. I'm going to use process of elimination here to help me decide. The first thing I'm going to get rid of is the throwing axe, just because it's smaller compared to the other stuff I have. I think the next thing that I'm going to eliminate is my favorite knife. Yeah, I'm going to set it aside as well, just because it's smaller and I'm not going to get as much use out of it as I would the other items. I think the next one that I'm going to eliminate is the bigger axe. This one's just, I don't know, it's awkward. I don't like the way the handle's made for as heavy as a weapon as it is. It's just too heavy, and I feel like it would wear me out more than anything. All right, that leaves us with two items left. We have the kukri blade, and then that also leaves us with the saw/machete, which I feel like would be very useful. I'm really liking the thought of having that saw with me. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and eliminate the kukri blade, and I'm going to go with the saw/machete. So that's my two selections. I'll have this as well as a tarp. I've already rolled it up and put it in the bag. That's my two selections. Okay, so in the bag it goes. There we go. You guys stay tuned. Be sure to like and follow for the next video as we'll be setting out.